do as the four of you are in the chat, you know that he's
Valiant.
very dangerous. He's absolutely right.
Amani.
And to that, I also say cheers.
Track.
I am.
Cheers, sir. Cheers.
There goes
I love
your
that.
theme music right there.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
the
Yeah,
intro's done.
what are the rules? Should we be wearing masks for this or what?
Oh shit.
Man, this internet, man. This internet world. You just don't know that you
Yo,
can catch
let's start this
from
thing
across the
off.
screen.
My name is MC
we
Omani
literally-
Rain. Shut up!
Come on, you gotta turn that down just a smidge.
Hold on. My name is MC Armani Rain. Welcome back to Roti and Poutine with myself, Track MC, the Valiant MC. We have a very special guest today. It is the number one man himself, Mr. 12 Planet. How you doing today, sir?
Yeah.
I'm doing great. California sunshine. It's 7 p.m. over here. I'm loving life.
Oh,
You love it. I love it.
75 degrees too. No air conditioning.
You act like it's
just
not,
got a
you act like
window
it's not
open.
summer over
Man,
here.
look.
I mean, it's summertime. We have it too.
I was about to say it looks crazy cool where you at right now. It don't look like there's no such thing as no AC
It's
going.
July. Like, you ain't the only one with July weather.
Now get back to us in a couple months. It'll be different.
Yeah, for sure.
That is true.
Like, yo, you want to do the podcast in December? Nope.
Nope.
Hey, yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody logging in right here, right now. Sorry we started a little late today. It's my fault. I'll take the blame for it. It's all me. I was trying to, organize some things. Shout out to Drums for the gear. You know what I mean? Little hat thing up there. But yeah, let's get back to it, man. We've got the one and only Mr. 12 Planet himself, formerly known as the
AKA?
Infiltrata.
Oh,
the 12
formerly.
Planet. Formerly.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you still making D&B, right?
In a while.
We'll
I
talk
gotta
about it. You know
catch
what?
up on my history.
AKA Infiltrata, you know what I'm saying?
For those people that know me since 2001.
Yeah.
Tech dogs.
Guilty.
Oh man, that's guilty.
Yeah, man. The head
I
of
was a tech dub stand for a little bit. And I was like,
Oh man,
We wasn't-
those
we
are
wasn't.
some fun times.
Hey, man, they about to happen again. Shh.
Man, shh, don't tell nobody.
Man, you just started this. Y'all giving it up already.
I'd say this much: there is a Tech Dubs Twitter right now. You should go on Twitter, twitter.com, TEKDBZ, and there's information going on there. I can't say much more
TBZ. What
about
are you from Canada?
Oh,
mate
Jesus.
from
Yo,
Canada?
come on. Hey, man. Hey.
For anybody in the chat who don't know, we've all known each other for a very long time. This is about to get real messy.
In a minute.
This is gonna get real messy real quick. Let's lay them off, man. What? Small, the movement, the label, the everything, the head honcho, Disciple Records, Roundtable, Swamplex Radio, Tech Dubs, and my favorite thing of all, a diehard Eagles fan. So what's
Yes,
good?
sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know, man. How you been? How's your quarantine been?
Oh man, quarantine has sucked. I'll tell you this much, man. Like, I'm just thankful that I lived with my manager, and my roommate Danny for about 13 years. So having a roommate during quarantine was awesome. That was cool. I didn't lose my mind. But now that he's gone, I'm by myself. It's like, whoa. Everything's changed, you start hearing noises that you never heard before in the crib, you think the paranormal activity is going on, like all kinds of stuff. I never lived by myself, so it's kind of weird. This is my first 2 weeks of being alone.
People
man.
People don't realize too. The place you live at right now is called, to all of us who know, the compound, and that everyone who's anyone from myself. That sounded weird. Screw it. From myself to whatever name you can think of in the scene has slept on that couch in that apartment, in that condo I'm in, and it's Danny Johnson, Ryan Origin, from way back in the days we've been there. We've taken photos on top of the roof. It's been a staple in the EDM scene for 20 years now, right? Or more.
Yeah, 20 years, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Danny's been in there, or has been in there since 2002, 2003. So I was just fortunate enough to come in 2009, and it was a different world back then. We had 5 or 6 roommates. I can't even tell you how many people on the couch every week.
I forgot who was it, Fuka or was it Pickles or somebody? I forgot who it was back then when I first met you in Texas.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but I remember you was a roommate with one of those cats at, in TX.
I was always going out there, like when the boys lived out, they lived in Saxe, Texas. The BattleTech guys.
Right.
When I think Fuka lived out there, Eric lived out
Right.
there, Bustin Justin lived out there, Seneca lived out there at the time. Everyone lived in this one house, and you played you played BattleTech on Friday, and then go hang out with the boys on Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully eat some barbecue, in between that.
Oh.
Dallas got real good
barbecue. Real barbecue. Number one. I'm going to give y'all the number one right now. That's for real.
You just pissed
got
off
a
everybody
shitty
in
football
Kansas City.
team, but a great barbecue.
Gang, talk about it. I'll be out here like, I love Dallas. Dallas is dope till football season starts, and I don't want to talk to none of y'all.
We ain't even going there today.
One of y'all.
It's so real. Like,
I love Dallas. September. I will never take a gig from September through February. I don't want to walk through that airport. I'm tight. I love y'all. Any other dime. Any other month, we straight. Super straight. I talk about you all the time. Man, I love parties in Dallas. Dallas is so dope. As soon as September hit, fuck Dallas.
Yeah, you gotta drive past and see the arena on the way in. So I already know.
Oh man, I know.
Look at that stadium.
It's just a giant TV, basically.
I'll be in the Uber sleep.
The one thing I am sad about Dallas is we were just talking about it off the air, was they just closed down the Lizard Lounge.
Yeah.
Super respect.
I've been playing there. Like shout out to Leo he gave me some of my first gigs out in Dallas, and it was there. Shout out to Gilbert too, Gilbert Naharov for giving me shots. But I can't believe that place closed down, man. Like, I thought out of every place in Texas even, that'd be the last one to go.
Yeah, that was one of the more prominent places. So I'm kind of shocked that would be like on the list so fast. Not to say it fast. It took a couple months, but just the fact that, I guess, we're in for more surprises. Hopefully something gives down the line. And, we are the people that will be in the front lines to put this whole thing back in perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
As artists. So, we look forward to some sort of a cleanup, and it's going to take a minute, but hopefully people wise up at some point and we can kill a goddamn arena once and for all.
Yeah, man.
What I mean? We need, you know what? I'm going to be honest, Monty. We need like Cowboy Stadium right now with everything happening in it with us on there. That's just real.
I'll play in Cowboy Stadium. Hey, all jokes aside, man, football things aside, Dallas has been an absolute staple in the EDM community from drum bass on. I've played some of my favorite gigs there. I've played the show with Goldie, which was legendary way back in the day. I've played there with Fury recently, so shout out to everybody there, man. Shout out to Lizard Lounge for putting so many people on for God knows how long, probably
many classic nights
so,
out there, man.
Yeah, man, super respect.
Many classic.
I feel like we needed to really dig that in after that whole Cowboys conversation. just to be sure, you know what I mean?
You don't need to be doing that for the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys.
No, I'm not talking about it. Yeah, no.
I'm from Buffalo. We lost 2 Super Bowls straight.
Extra hurt. I can't believe we lost to them
Look where we
scrubs.
going right now. Look where we going, y'all.
Not only did we lose, we lost badly.
To be fair,
the worst losses were to
they
Dallas.
were unstoppable at the time.
I know.
Just, we could say it now, it don't hurt as much because they're trash now. Anyway, so what you been up to, man? Look, that last concert you did, Swamplex, the virtual tour, woo, setting the bar out there, bro.
Yeah, man, that was the first time ever. It's called mixed reality.
Right.
So what they do is they take in, virtual reality and actual reality and mixing it up with Unreal Engine and Unreal, the stuff that they make all the first-person shooters with. So what it is like it's an all green screen environment, but what separates that from normal green screen stuff is that you can move the camera wherever, and it's going to look
360 ordeal.
Yeah, it's 360, 180, 240, everything. It's
basically virtual reality.
Right.
It's
basically
virtual reality without the headset.
He said you just
Yeah.
turned on the PS World and you just walk right in right there. That's
I just walked right in. I was like, dubstep on.
That's crazy. How often are you trying to do more of that?
I want to do another one, but man, that was so much work. I'm actually at my VJ's house. We're like planning the next thing, right? Like literally like 30 minutes before we even started speaking. We want to do something, but we gave away a lot of the content because the whole idea was to get the people who bought tickets to the shows,
right.
that all the shows that got canceled. I wanted to give people a taste of what it was going to be like. So that was pretty much what it was. And now that everyone's seen it, they're like, "What's next?"
Yeah, right.
I'm like, "Shit, we spent 6 months on that.
We were supposed to spread this out for the year."
well, ideally, how long did it take to create such a world? In a sense, do you have to have a preset? Do you guys literally go in and create, the landscapes and all that? You know what I mean?
Well, the content,
yeah.
Oh, the content for the visuals that we started that around last year in February.
Okay.
So and we just kind of built on top of that. And then we started making more new stuff in November. From November to March, it was nonstop every week. I was here.
Boom, boom, boom.
At my VJs, yeah. And then, but to make an environment for one of the worlds, like for the actual DJ setup, stage setup, it takes a lot of work with those guys, and a lot of stuff don't be working. So it's like, like we had so many ideas. We were like, oh, we're going to make it go from sunlight to nighttime, had to scrap that. We were like, oh, we're going to make it.
Let's not give that away too fast. We got to edit this later, bro. We don't want to.
It's funny because I'll just be like, so who'd you work with? And then you're like, shit ain't working. And I'm like, backpedal.
But yeah, shout out to Eminent. They make all my visuals. That's my old partner was Smog.
Kingpins, boy. Kingpins of the game. Shout out Eminent.
That's what it is, man.
I got visuals. It's like white Christmas lights.
Yo, that's dope.
Really, I mean,
that's cost effective
for sure.
I need to get visuals. That's what I need.
I don't think Eminent's hiring.
Make me feel bad.
You do you?
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine. I pull up. I'm like, hey guys, we're just going to do Christmas lights this year.
For those who don't know, Eminent, man, they do everybody's visuals. If you've seen some big crazy shit going on doesn't matter what genre it is, just look them up. Look up their reel. They are absolutely the truth.
Maybe we can leave them a website up
shout
in
out,
the chat room. They can go ahead and
shout out to Drew Best. Shout out to all the cats out there, man. That's a small brainchild, isn't it? That's all the lineage.
Yeah, it came from Smog, came from the Smog office, and we decided to not really. We taking a break from Smog for a little bit, just because we wanted to pursue different things. Like Drew wanted to pursue the visuals thing with Eminent, and the business was taking off. Like I can't knock that. And I was kind of going more into rhythm and dubstep with Disciple Roundtable, but we're still like besties, man. Like I'm over here pretty much more than at my house,
right.
Working on visuals and stuff. Yeah.
Yo, it's a funny thing I wanted to mention with you too, is because you're always I've known you since you were MC Dada. Let's get that out the way.
100%. You actually put me out of business.
Let's just reveal it all right now. Let's do it.
Hold on, be real. In 2001, we was in Fullerton. I was talking to him about this at it was Club Recon. It was like a Tuesday night drum and bass party that our buddy John used to do. And I think Monty was like, he was a leftover from one of the, like, whatever big massive had happened on that Saturday in 2001. So he came down and like, at those times we would have 7, 8 MCs and like 3 DJs for the whole night.
Me, you, Dre, like, it was
Uzi.
Jessel's brother, what's his name?
Silas.
Yeah, like everybody was out there. Go ahead.
Everybody was up there. We happened to have a cypher outside, and I heard Monty on like, I think it was before Fireman, right? So Rough, Rugged, and Raw had just dropped. So all I heard was Rough, Rugged, and Raw, and so we were in the cypher, right? Like everybody doing 16 here, 16 here. I thought I had the illest 16, bro. Like I shut it down. And then Monty came in there like
Wu
Wu-Tang Triumph.
A ball barbecue.
I quit. I was like, yo, he too good. I'm gonna just keep producing.
So for everyone who's loved his drum and bass tracks and dubstep influence that has shifted the world, you're welcome.
I was just about to say, this sounds like historical talk right here. We talking about.
Well,
100%.
So,
you know what I mean?
reeling back to that though, like that's the thing is, I've known you from an MC. I saw you when I was around when you first started producing drum and bass on Infiltrata. You moved on to Tech Dubs. You went to Smog, and now you're running Disciple Roundtable. You're working with Imminent. You've always been at the forefront of making sure you change. You are literally the epitome of everything we talk about of the American drum and bass scene, and how like a lot of the dubstep cats that made American drum and bass big are all former drum and bass cats, and not just drum and bass cats, but people when they talk about whether there was an inner circle or not, you were one of those people that were kind of like, all right, well if you ain't gonna let me in, I'm gonna go do this. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about that history, man. Let's go like way back to.
Oh, you know, I wanted to like see how you guys wanted to handle this, and I'm finding out right now. That's so.
You thought I wasn't gonna bring it up?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's the whole reason he here. I mean, we peoples, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about the transition because, I'm always on here yelling about how dubstep didn't kill drum and bass. There's just a lot of people that were innovative in our scene that took that innovation to dubstep. You know what I mean?
A lot of junglers are dubsteppers. Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
So
especially with the crowd. I mean, like I would say when dubstep first started popping off in LA, like in 08, 07, I would say 95% of the people that were at the show were drum and bass guys. Yeah, they were all junglers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even like the whole movement started on junglescene.com. You know what I mean? It was like it's all the same group. The records, the same record stores, same spot, same promoters. It was all one crew pretty much.
And that was the beautiful thing about Smog too, is like I always said you guys were more than a label. You were a movement. Like LA became the mecca for dubstep, American dubstep at the time, and you guys in LA from speakeasies on down were just like straight handling shit and like you know, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, I was just saying,
it's my show, I got a mic,
No, you're right, man. You're totally right.
Yeah,
it's
man.
crazy to think back.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, we can talk about what got you lit to come into the dub to basically transition into the dubstep world, or we could just talk about those early days of it, like those moments of like knowing that this is what you wanted to do. You know what I mean? Maybe we could start with that so we can put some inspiration out there. What was it about, those early years of dubstep that really got you involved?
So back then I was touring a lot in UK. So I think one of the first spots I ever heard dubstep really out live was a Renegade Hardware show. Renegade Hardware at the end, like they were actually booking like American artists. I think the first time I heard it, I was playing back to back with Evil Intent, and we went to the second room in the end. And I was like, "Yo, this sounds like slow drum and bass."
I made the joke. There it is. He couldn't wait to say something. You stole his thunder. Go ahead.
I was like, "This sounds like slow drum and bass," but it's cool, And then like a few days later, Tech Edge hit me up, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, "Have you heard of this dubstep, mate?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "All my roommates are producing." Like at that time, Tech Edge was living with Jake's. With Common as Mutt,
shout out
Headhunter, like all of them had like the Bristol house,
right.
And like I think DJ Die was like right around the corner from them too, so they was like a deep squad in Bristol back then, and he was like, "Yo, you need to listen to stuff," and I was like, "I don't know what dubstep is really." Like I thought it was reggae, but it pretty much kind of was back then.
It kind of
for sure. It was different.
Yeah, it was mad different than now. Like I'll say, 90% of the dubstep that was coming out had like the reggae skank in it, like wake up.
Yep.
So like when I finally realized what it was, and he put me on, like then I was like, oh, this is something I heard at Renegade Hardware, and then I just like everything opened up for me. I started looking for it at the record stores. Then Marianne Hobbs, she had a
Shouts to
radio show on
Marianne.
BBC Radio 1.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah,
Legend.
she had the Dubstep Wars mix, which had everybody on it, and that's when I found out the names of the artists. And it changed everything. Then I started knowing what to look for, and then I started knowing what I liked, and then I knew like, yo, I wanted to make it, because at that time, without trying to be disrespectful, it was a lot easier to make that stuff than drum and bass. Like at that time, drum and bass, you had people like Spore and Noisia coming out the gate, just I don't even want to compete. Like, it was like the best at the game.
You could have though. Let's keep it a buck, but
yeah, I mean, we was doing something. Yeah, we was doing something different with Tech Thugs, right?
Big fact.
But like they started taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
I think we were on track. We were on pace to do something extraordinary. But things happened, and then dubstep happened, really.
But dubstep at the time, the whole atmosphere around dubstep was just so experimental in general that you could do whatever you want. Whereas drum and bass at that time, if you came out with something weird, people are like, "That's weird." You know what I mean? So it wasn't as welcoming of like different stuff as like dubstep was. I remember that it was a simultaneously exciting time.
Those years,
also,
I think
like,
that
weirdly uncertain.
I'm about to say that those years, I believe drum and bass was really Londonish. It was really London. So if you wasn't coming out of there, then your sound wasn't really being respected. And it kind of leads me into my next question, because I see Valiant wants to kind of come on it, but I'm trying to figure out like what was it that put dubstep on its own boat and sailed across the continent to the Western world? Like what was?
I would say like Joe Nice was one of the first dudes.
Joe Nice,
salute to the general.
Yeah, I think like he was playing for like 10 people at Sonar at like 6 a.m, and like, but he was doing it, and then they started Dub War up in New York,
right?
Joe Nice and Dave Q.
And
us at Smog, we kind of were like not emulating. We were coming out at the same time, like when Dub War. I think we're about 3 months off from Dub War, basically. Like, but before that, before Smog threw his first show, I mean, my manager Danny had threw dubstep shows like with Pinch and Plastician, like in smaller venues up in LA.
Plastician, another name.
Shout out Danny United.
Yeah, it wasn't really a movement though back then, but it became a movement around 2007. I remember that.
Yeah, I want to share this quick long story. I used to hang out with Jazzy J. Shouts to Jazzy J, legendary DJ, one of the architects, all that stuff. And one of the things with Jazz is that he always had like stacks upon stacks of speakers that he would rent out to venues. And I think we did a Dub War, Lower East Side, and I can't remember the artist's name that day. But I remember with all the high-end equipment we had, the sound still wasn't popping the way it was, to the point that I saw a dude who probably didn't know who Jazzy J was up at Jazzy J's face, like, "You better fix this shit right now." I was like, "Oh, this is crazy." And just the idea of what he was trying to sound like, and then actually hear it like quality, was like, "Oh, this is the potency. This is the potential of something going on right now." So yeah, those nights with New York Dub Wars and what carried on afterwards, which kind of led to Girls and Boys and what they did over Webster Hall, like, phenomenal, pivotal years.
Same. First of all, thank you, Johnny, for the sub. That was dope. I appreciate you, bro. Also, like, I remember the first time I ever heard dubstep, Craze and I were in France at a random party, and Zinc was around. Zinc was like, "Yo, you got to come to this after party and check it out." And I was like, we were like, "Yeah, sure." And literally, this after party is in some kind of townhome in the middle of God knows where, right? And we go in, it's packed to the brim, and we stay there for a little bit, and I'm hearing this, and I'm like, "Yo, this is different, this is wild." Well, we didn't really understand it until one day we were back in New York at the Limelight. Craze played a DMB show, and after we were done, like, pretty much everyone dispersed after Craze was over. And, like, we're walking around smoking a cigarette, and we walk past this room, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that sound?" Like, we walked in, and like you said, like a reggae feel. It was just dreaded cats everywhere, just smoking, just, and we were like, "Yo, like, what is happening?"
Yo, that's real.
So like Limelight was the first time we ever heard that. But you're right. Right around 2007 is when things got really crazy around here. You know, it's just I felt like the funny thing too was dubstep at that point, or the way you guys took it, especially because you were drum and bass heads, you took that same sonic expertise and applied it to dubstep. You know what I mean? So like you still got the same thing, and like I've said a bunch of times, drum and bass is is an acquired taste. It's like it takes a different math in your head to even get like some people are like, oh, it sounds like the same beat, and I'm like, I can hear 7 different patterns in that 5 seconds of drums. You know what I'm saying? That we all love the science of it. If you take that away and you just applied it to the bass, like all the cats who we grew up on hip hop, you know, Master Ace and all these bass CDs and putting 15s in the trunk, and like you really get into that sound. You guys did that with Smog and like really blew the roof off. So how did you come around to starting Smog?
Actually, like I didn't start it. Like Drew started it,
right?
And because I was so busy with drum and bass, I just happened to play the first Smog. And because like basically it was hard trying to find 5 or 6 people to even play dubstep back then. It was like, yo, you got 30 minutes of it? Like, all right, cool, you can play. And I just helped them. I've helped them book the first one. We booked Inman and Pinch. And but back then I was really touring hard for drum and bass. And I'm just trying to like remember everything.
Piece
like,
it all together.
Piece it all together, because this, man, what a strange
there's pieces, it's pieces to the puzzle, man. We're going to be all over the place, so don't feel too crazy if you don't remember now.
You've been around for 20 years doing a lot of things. It's understandable.
So what was the point where you decided, you kind of made the decision where dubstep was going to be the direction that you went with, and you let drum and bass drift away?
To be honest, I never really let go of drum and bass. I feel like I just stopped getting gigs. It literally was like overnight. Like really? I think it was like 2007 or 2008 maybe. Like I was going from playing 3 or 4 drum and bass shows a month to not getting booked, not even getting asked to play. And then I started getting asked to open up for dubstep shows. And then I started getting asked to play dubstep shows around America. And like I was a lot of dubstep markets that never had a dubstep show. I was like one of the first DJs to play in that market. Even if it was for a fraction of the price of what I was getting during the high days for drum and bass for myself. I still had to do it because it was fight or flight. It was sink or swim.
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
Like, I tell people all the time, man. It's not just that. Like, you were fought for behind the scenes regularly. Like, people constantly, your name was brought up when we were like, why isn't American drum and bass getting the respect it does? Like, Welcome to Los Angeles. All the tunes that you dropped were like insane, and people were like, yo, it's not a production thing because you've got Infiltrate out here bodying things, and then it just didn't, you know. So it was like, so you were like, all right, well, I'm gonna go over here.
Well, so what do you think led to that though? Led to your drum and bass gigs drying up?
I think it might be a little bit to do with Dogs on Acid, because that then I think like Dogs on Acid was like, it was like you're either us or you're either us or against us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like a lot of people, that's why I even created the name 12 Planet, was to separate my drum and bass project from my dubstep project, so that I didn't get like a shit on by all my drum and bass fans. But it ended up not backfiring, but ended up making me not get gigs ever again.
You're fine.
You didn't fall into the hole, bro. Pretty much, long short.
I think you're doing okay.
That I will say that, quiet is kept, as I joke a lot. Monty knows this, how I joke a lot about dubstep and all that. But I think that moment that dubstep took off was absolutely needed for people to realize what they like about drum and bass. Just because, there was, listen, you are part of the golden era of dubstep in America, and, let nobody ever, I don't even think there's a person that's thinking that, actually, but let nobody ever try to, be like, nah, I don't remember, I never been to a 12, because they were there when you were playing no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, just to go in, my first time ever going to a dubstep party was actually like playing fully was at one of the first Girls and Boys at Webster Hall, and there's a line around the corner, and MLK is about to jump on, and it was just like a whole new world that we didn't even recognize was happening right before our eyes. You know what I mean? So to see that whole, you know, that it's my favorite era of dubstep, to be honest. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
It's a lot of vibes that we, you know, I kind of wish still carried on to now. But, you know, I just wanted to just say that real quick because I know along the lines you came into the joint and destroyed it, and then, you know, we could talk about that all day. But
you know what did it for me? Reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I think when Reasons hit, like, the whole shit switched to me personally. I was like, all right, like, I heard that tune everywhere, all the time, in every party. It didn't matter who was playing, what genre it was. That tune came on and blew the roof off. Like, that was just a heavy tune. What was behind the process of that? Damn, I sound real interviewy right now, like I don't know you.
I was like, damn.
So you're like, Reasons. Tell me about Reasons.
Tell me about Reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never asked, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yeah, that's my man. He made this dope ass shit. Like, what?
Yeah, so that one was with my man from New York, Juakali. I used to play so many smogs, man. And so like basically at that time, that car company, Scion, was bankrolling
I remember
the
that.
dance music scene. And they were like, hey, we love what you guys are doing with dubstep. They were even giving us budgets to throw parties. Like we were throwing free dubstep parties at the Roxy.
Yep.
So they were like, hey, you guys want to make a mixtape? And we're like, cool. And they're like, we'll pay you for it. They're like, double bonus.
Okay.
Like, we not, like up until that point, you know, we ain't never been paid for shit. You know, like trying to collect royalties on a vinyl sale. Like, man, come on. You know, it's almost damn near impossible. But like, yeah, so we got lucky.
It's a whole
that right place, right time. And Scion, they bankrolled us, or not bankrolled us, they bankrolled that project.
Right.
And enabled us to express ourselves creatively and to get all the remixes and pay for all that stuff. And they paid for the CDs, you know? Like back then they were giving away CDs. Can you believe that? It's crazy.
What's a, I don't know, can you explain what that is for the children? In the
What's a CD?
Compact disc, circle pancake looking thing.
It was silver-ish, I think. It had little rainbow stripes when you shot
weird.
it.
It was a weird thing.
Light, something, you know.
So two things. I want to piggyback just for a second off what T said. You know, you were involved in the classic, the golden era of dubstep. I would argue you were also involved in the golden era of American drum and bass too, because that was, you said, I know T, that you said it was Londonish. It's never not been Londonish, but I remember at that time, right in like 2004 to 2006, especially, you had people like, you know, you had E1 and Infiltrata, and Influx Datum was half US, and then you had Gremlins up in Toronto, and a lot of people were like making moves, trying to get hardware and stuff like that. So I felt like the way we saw it in Buffalo, we had a lot of big acts coming through Buffalo. All the acts were coming through and getting like selling out the room, and then things started to dry out. Anyway, I'm just remarking on that particular scene. I felt like that was a really fertile time for American drum and bass, albeit I will say that's also the time where like Diesel Boy started to like really solidify the aggression in like the selections that he was playing, and drum and bass as a whole, like in the States, really took on a very, very hard edge.
Yeah,
which,
very hard.
For me, as a liquid like atmosphere, I came from like the atmospheric side of things. It was kind of weird, but anyway, I want to move on to a question a couple of people asked in the chat.
No problem.
How did you get the name 12th Planet? I know it's named after a book, so tell us the story behind that.
Actually, it's kind of funny because I was trying to sign a record to Diesel Boy's label, and the first song that I sent them was called 12th Planet. And I named it after the book, and I've been staring at the name of the song for like a while because it never came out, and that's the story for Diesel Boy.
We love you, Damien.
I love you, Damien. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this as a name instead, and I use it. It started with a number, and I like the numerology behind it. I like the ideology behind it, and I like that it was like real, like before Ancient Aliens even existed, it was on that wavelength. So it was sci-fi, but it was like historically accurate, or maybe it is historically accurate. You know, it was just written 10,000 years ago. You know.
So to put it in a nutshell, describe the book.
Why was that book? Elaborate
why
on
that
that
strike a chord with you?
Okay, so
I'm
like
big on books. So
Nibiru was it?
Nibiru is the name of the 12th planet,
right?
And basically, it was written by this guy who could read cuneiform and Akkadian, which is the language of the Babylonians and the Assyrians, during like the reign of like Nasir-Banipal and those kind of guys. Like, and basically, their creation story is the pretext to the Bible and to the Torah and to the Talmud and to every major religion that exists in the world that is like one of the, you know, from that's spawned from like Greek mythology and Roman mythology and Hindu mythology and stuff like that. You're talking
some real ancient business right now. I got you.
Yeah. It's the granddaddy story. It's where all the stories come from. And the name of the origin story of the world is called the Enuma Elish, and that's where the 12th planet comes from. And it's basically about the creation of humans, the creation of Earth, the reasoning why we were created, and also the reasoning behind the names. Like I went to Catholic school my whole life, and no one ever told me like what Adam and Eve or what Eden or Noah even meant. Yeah, they never tell you what the origin or the etymology of the names were.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah. So, but this story does, or 12th planet, like hits the nail on the head. Like you ever wonder like why it's called Eden, you know? And then you're like, oh well, it's because in ancient Sumerian mythology, it was called Eridu or Eretz, and that was the place where they created mankind by fusing the DNA of man with ape, and created a race to basically mine gold. And like that's what they needed. They needed gold to repair their atmosphere. It's like real, like
from someone who sat and smoked a lot of blunts with you. Like, I wanted you here because a lot of people don't like. For those who haven't had a chance to sit down with you, you're probably one of the most intelligent people I know of a vast array of subjects who can go extremely deep on those things. So, like, it's an important question to ask why your name was 12th Planet and not just Lil Frank or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
Lil Frank would have been awesome. Actually,
I might change my shit to that now that I see it.
But I wanted something that was deep, and I wanted something that was numerical too, because at that time, you know, I'm a big hip hop fan, so the name was really inspired by Ninth Wonder.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that.
And I was like, oh, he's got a name or he's got a number in his name, like. Yo,
let's go break it down.
Gotcha. That. Yeah,
that's what's up.
I also like Fifth Dimension and like the band from back in the day.
And Fifth Dimension is a deep group, man. Those guys.
Yeah.
I loved a lot of the stuff they did. Yeah, a lot of stuff was sampled. Ninth Wonder actually took a sample from Fifth Dimension eventually at some point.
Oh man, like that's so meta.
See, now we need Ninth Wonder to get a sample from 12th Planet. See, that's what
I'm saying. That's next level.
Talk about it. Yo, real quick, shout out everybody in the chat. Everybody came through. I see y'all talking. I see everybody through here. We got a bunch of people. More names than I'm gonna yell off, but I do want to say shout out to Hochi. He is in the chat. Danny United. That is all super family. Tech Dubs in the building.
That's right. What's up, Danny? What's up, Hochi?
Yeah, man. Tech Hochi. Infiltrata, we did Hit 'Em Hard. That was a good one.
Hit 'Em Hard, bro. Hey, that's like my favorite of all time. I actually listened to it the other day, and I was like, man, this was actually pretty next level.
It's funny because people play it at a party and expect me to remember the lyrics.
You're supposed to remember something from 15 years ago?
Yeah, this is pull out randomly, like, yo, remember this? Sing it! And I'm like, whoa. Like,
there's a lot of
do you remember the lyrics
that use 20-year-old lyrics. I'm just saying.
That is true. Like Skibba.
Wasn't even trying to call names.
No, I'm not even trying to clown, but I mean, I heard Skibba.
Set yourself on fire, require, we take you higher. Yeah, he still does that. He still wheels those things out, man. Those are hits.
Two of those guys.
Danny United brought up Fahrenheit, bro. Shout out Photech one time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Tech Does might,
Fahrenheit was the game changer. I was like, yo, I didn't know you could do, like what Photech was doing at that time was, remember he was doing like full synthesizer, like orchestra beats, like it was a hip hop beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
At 180 BPM too. Like I was like, this is fast.
Sitting with him in the studio was like some other stuff, man. We would just literally like just go to the studio, and he used to have a studio right next to a coffee shop, and like all we would do, it was not sleep ever. We would just go in the booth, go in the studio, make music, go get coffee, come back, do the car test, come back, stay in the studio. Like it was crazy, man. And shout out to Hochi, who's doing big things everywhere. I don't know. It's not a secret anymore. He's like the head honcho at Microsoft.
Yeah. Hochi's the protector.
Yeah, man, making sure that all of you guys are safe. So shout out to him. And he's still making beats, you know what I mean? And we'll talk about that in a bit too, man, because, I keep teasing this whole Tech Dubs things, but make sure you go to Twitter right now at Tech Dubs. Follow us. There might be something creeping.
A lot of people, I stepped away from music in general in 2007, right when dubstep started to really take off.
Yeah.
And U.S. drum and bass just was starting to enter its kind of limbo era.
The dark ages.
So there's a lot of things I wasn't paying any attention to. So when did drum and bass start to take on its more commercial sonic aesthetics, I should say?
I would say there was like two different movements, right? Like after 9/11, like drum and bass like kind of took a real big dive to me. And it took a while for UK people to even be cool with flying to America, like they were just over it. And then I think around 2007-ish, like when electro started getting real popular and like people just wanted to be around girls,
That's always the case.
Yeah. Like it was like, do you want to go to the drum and bass show when it's all dudes? Or do you want to go to the electro show
like two girls,
with the girls with the tight pants? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like not everywhere was like respect every week. You know what I mean? Like
say word.
But like, I mean, like compared to where it was like a year before that. And you know what? I think what was crazy because my sets were so weird because half of it would be like current value, and then I would play some clips. Like I was so confused. Like I'll be playing some Tech Itch, and then all of a sudden I'll go into
it just get real out of
Ronnie Size. Yeah. I was like, oh, this got a hip hop breakdown. This is Tech Dubs. All right, we doing this.
In irony, I think that also describes the golden era as well, because I think there were a lot of heads who were into a lot of dope hip hop as well as some drum and bass. And they would find ways to sort of involve them into. Hey, listen, when Flux Pavilion could sell a beat to Jay-Z and Kanye, then
say word.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I want to know is when did drum? And guys, I'm asking this sincerely for my own education.
Understood.
When did drum and bass start? When did it drift from? When did dubstep? When did dubstep like kind of go from being a very dub oriented thing, which I was way into, and then it became. I'm sorry to do this to you.
No problem.
Okay.
Dubstep.
Skrillex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no! That's not a bad word. Stop.
Hold on. No, listen.
It's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. That's the reason.
Let me finish. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He's like
he's the
most
epitome.
Visible,
right.
The most visible face of that particular sound. Right. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying that he epitomizes a certain sound that became associated with American dubstep. I'm wondering when that sound started to emerge.
I would say so before Skrill, like the captain of Brostep is Rusko. And he moved to the States, 2007.
Yeah.
2008, he moved out here. That's when he had an Essential mix at the time. And the sound that he was pushing was real like he had like reggae, like intros and reggae stuff, but he was really pushing the sound sonically forward. And a lot of people copied his style and just took it to the next American level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They basically took Rusko beats and mixed it with heavy metal.
Facts.
And that became the American scene.
Oh,
and it literally started being called bro step because frat bros were showing up to the shows
joints,
with neon pink motherfucking shorts on, you know what I'm saying? like it went from everybody wearing hoodies and like smoking weed to like, you know, frat
llama
bros,
leggings,
ecstasy, you know.
netted bottoms.
You know what's really crazy is, and there's a part of this sonically from that talks about Pendulum and Noisia and Skrillex all in one, and the person we have on our next show is going to go deep into that situation. So it's funny you asked this, and it's cool to get your perspective from it too. But I don't want to personally. It's good to hear your perspective because I don't want to dive into it because I know what they've got to say. And also, hey, check us out next week. But but yeah, man, it's I think, first of all, I don't even know why Skrillex gets the bad man slack when his name comes up. I don't know if it's just a drum and bass thing or because I don't think that's like that in dubstep.
It happens with anybody who's
commercially
it's
the commercialism.
Successful.
That's all it really is.
Okay, because he, you know, respect due. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
He changed the game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Everybody ate.
For everyone.
Everybody in dubstep ate. Yeah,
and drum and bass. Like he did. You know what I'm saying?
In any musical genre, though, the person who's at the top commercially
becomes the genre.
Is going to be getting all the arrows in his back. Like,
for sure.
That's you know, no problems.
I'll never forget the day I was at Movement in Detroit, and he played after G and Goldie. And
yo, I was there with you, bro.
Yeah, it was me, you, Danny United, bro. Yeah. And trust me, Goldie was there. Like, all right, let's see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? And he played, and by the end of the set, they were hugging and mad. Like, so respect dude. Like, it was a moment like that. Danny,
yo, Goldie
in the chat, let him know.
Both of y'all even came. We did that little after party at Magic Stick, and Goldie pulled up and like MC'd for Skrillex, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
It was crazy.
Like, you know, 3 hours before that.
Yes, you heard it right. Goldie MC'd for Skrillex at a packed after party, stage diving. It was dope, man. It was a moment. Like, Skrillex stopped and literally during his movement said and turned to Goldie and said, "This man is responsible for my career." Like, it was a moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Danny, all three of us were standing there like, is this really happening?
Is this
happening?
What
is happening? This is crazy.
Yo, that was a crazy damn. I wasn't even on the bill, but we had we did a small after party. I think we booked Stead, 16-bit, and Skrill, and a Wild Goldie appeared. A Wild Goldicus.
Yeah, man.
Goldicus. I like that.
Remember, that was the old Goldie's old aim, I think.
Goldicus, yeah.
Goldicus.
Man.
G, man.
Oh, AIM was the shit, man.
Yo, people talk shit on AIM for the longest time, and I was like, you have no idea how important this is to the industry. Right
AIM
now.
Was instrumental in so many
wish
things.
AIM still was around almost.
AIM was the original Dropbox, bro. Like, that was the, let me hit them up, just send me the tune right away. We used AIM after everyone stopped using it, strictly because you could just drop a tune in it and send it. Like, there was no sign in, no nothing. You would just, like, it was like iMessage for everyone.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I remember at the time it was AIM and ICQ and MSN, and then there was like these third-party apps where you can combine them all, and it sucked. But AIM was I still think AIM should be.
They shut it down. What,
the engine for the chat engine for like Facebook or something like that.
I think they finally closed it last year, and you just heard a collective groan from so many people you wouldn't even have thought about.
I remember the first time I was on Friendster. Oh, and I was like talking to a girl on AIM, and that's a real early 2000s moment right there.
That's crazy.
Wait, you're on Friendster.
I was on Friendster.
I didn't even know nothing about no Friendster.
Friendster was the shit.
Friendster was like the pre MySpace.
Yeah,
MySpace.
I know. Yeah, I know it was pre MySpace.
Don't you still got a MySpace page?
I still got a MySpace page.
Is MySpace still up? Because
MySpace is still up.
It's still up. They tried to re-engineer an interface. It's got a nice little.
I need to see if that's still up.
I think Justin Timberlake bought it.
I got Valiant putting this to work right now.
Let me update my MySpace. Not for nothing. The joke's been told. Not for nothing, man. MySpace taught everybody how to code.
That is true. Yeah, like you want more than top 3, right? I want top 12.
Let me get these colors right.
I remember the first time Tom hit me on the low and said, "Yo, we're gonna start putting music up," and he actually made one of my page one of the first music pages on MySpace. I'm not gas. I'm just sharing the story because I was shocked that he even reached out and even looked at what I was doing on my page at the time. So,
sheesh,
like, oh yeah, I said, "Yo, this is cool, Tom. Thank you." And that was the end of the conversation. To be
everybody
honest.
in the chat putting their old aim up. I see y'all. What's good? What's good?
That's what we gonna do right now. We gonna share old Abe SMs right now.
Mine was monumental. That was my joint right there.
Oh man.
One
no, I swear you had a didn't no you had a you had mental sharp. That's right.
Mm-hmm. I had two.
Yeah, that's right. I had 6 of them.
You had 6.
Yeah, because like you could only have like 100 or something names on each account. So I had one that was only for international. I had one that was only for Americans. I had one that was only for my close friends. That was on my sidekick. I had one that was only for Californians. And then I had one that was only for dubstep kids. Yeah, and I was running this thing called Dead Aim, so you could run multiple accounts at the same time.
Man, that's crazy.
Yo, I asked this earlier. What is your role exactly in Disciple Roundtable? Because I've told you before, I love the way you'll handle things. I love the way you market. There's a lot of beasts on there. Shout out Bandles. We just released the tune. Don't worry about it. It's out right now. Go get it. Care Package EP. Shout out the gang. Yeah, man, you guys are on it. I love the marketing with the actual Roundtable. We talked about that. But yeah, let us know.
So Roundtable is... it's not really a side label. It's not a sub label. We're an alternative label to Disciple. We're in competition with Disciple as well.
Interesting.
Like basically, we have our own artists. We have 9 exclusive artists to the label, and we're trying to release once a week. Basically, we've got a compilation that drops tomorrow. It'll be our 2nd compilation of the year, and we're just trying to release music from artists that might not necessarily make it to the main label, but like their work ethic and their skill level is up there. Okay. Yeah,
fire, man.
That's what's up.
You stay putting people on, man. I appreciate that. You know.
I mean, just to move forward to now, like, what is dubstep in today's world? Like, I know it's changed so much and so fast within the years it's been here, that I don't know exactly what a dubstep tune is in 2020, so to speak. Yeah. Like, so if you don't mind me, like, going in, who are the big artists right now, and who is making the moves and the efforts right now to keep this thing alive? You know what I mean?
Right now, I put it on Subtronics and Sudden Death. Okay. Subtronics from Philly and Sudden Death from LA. Those 2 guys are really like holding it down on the like the more aggressive side. Then you got dudes like Illenium and 7 Lions. They're making really like
7 Lions and
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Really good stuff. And and like that's about it, really. You know, like I mean, there's so many artists I could just keep plugging. But those 4 are straight to the point.
Gets the cosign?
Well, what came to my attention honestly was, I'm a Marvel fan, of course. And I watched the 2nd Deadpool, and they had like 10 minutes left. Well, a 10-minute segment, what felt like 10 minutes, just on how much Deadpool loves dubstep.
Yeah.
And he was comparing the situation, and then they ended up playing like maybe I hope it was a classic dubstep tune.
Nah, they didn't even play a dubstep song. They played Bangarang. It's like
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they got that completely wrong.
They got it wrong on top of it.
What?
Now you see why I asked, though, because when I heard that, I was like, "Yo, this is where we at right now." But I don't, it was caught off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I bet they probably had their eyes on a certain song, and they just couldn't get the sync right.
Right.
They probably couldn't get it.
They got the right artist. They got the right dubstep album, just the wrong genre.
I mean, you are labeled as the Godfather of Rhythm, right?
I wouldn't say that. I just
I think it's amusing. I'm sorry. I always find when we break things down into subcategories amusing, so I just thought I'd throw you off right there.
I was gonna say LA Times, LA Weekly. They said I'm the Johnny Appleseed of dubstep. The dubstep
Johnny Appleseed.
That was my favorite candy growing up, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Wait, what? I don't even know what that is. Candy.
So
not,
Johnny Appleseed.
No, I know who Johnny
Appleseed
Appleseed
is.
Right? I meant the candy. I didn't know there was a candy.
So it's a Johnny Appleseed
candy.
Yeah, it was green joint. Oh, yeah, the green joint. Yeah.
My
we gotta. Yeah, don't worry. If they're still around, I'll order a few packs to send over, brother. Don't worry about
it. Really important question. What is your Green Mile food?
Oh boy.
My Green Mile. Yo, you know what?
This is roti and poutine. You know what I mean? We gotta ask. I didn't ask SS last week, so before we go any further, I want to make sure I knock this out the way. What's your favorite food on the planet? Like if you.
Man, right now
you have to include. Yeah, hold on. You have to include dessert.
This is a very prescient question, must I add? Yeah, very.
Remember, this is final meal, so you gotta.
You're going to the chair tomorrow. What's your meal?
Korean barbecue with the hibachi right in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing top sirloin. I'm doing outside skirt steak.
Danny's about to light the chat up like, yes!
We got bulgogi, brisket, all that. That's the only thing. It's like Korean barbecue is multiple types of meat, right? And different types of food. So hopefully that answered the question. But right now, Korean barbecue is my joint right now, bro.
I don't think I've come to LA in the last 5-10 years, and that's not where we go before we go to a party. Like I don't.
Because it's well, it's not gonna work like now because of the laws and sanctions. Like I don't think you can be more than groups of more than 4. You know, I don't know if it's like that in Georgia. Like, can you have more than 5 people at a seat?
According to Georgia, there's no COVID here. You can do what you want here. Like, we all right. You want a Korean barbecue? Come on through.
COVID free right here. Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you right now,
at the door.
My black ass is staying in his house. That's
I will not be getting
Korean barbecue with you.
That is exactly how Governor Kemp likes it.
Yo, 12, I got a deep question for you, which kind of just puts it all into a circle. What is it about LA that they just get EDM, electronic music in general? They have been consistent for so long that they are literally, in my opinion, the most premier place to play or be at when it comes to, you know, all kinds of electronic genres in the States. You know what I mean? So what is it about LA? Besides, it can't be just good weather. I refuse to believe that 100%.
It's got a little something to do with it. But go ahead.
It does.
You just got to factor that into every situation.
I mean, if you think about it, Los Angeles in general is at the vanguard of a lot of things. Electronic music, graffiti, no offense to New York, but graffiti. Turntablism, no offense to New York, but turntablism.
We got to fight. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
I had to put that part
film and food too, you know.
And food is food is fire.
I was gonna say there's 3 reasons really. One, LA is a huge melting pot, and ain't nobody really from here.
True.
2, it's top down, like so it starts from the guys who are on top, and I think people like Pasquale Rotella, they have a real good grasp on what rave culture really is, and they've been doing it since the early 90s. From the beginning, late 80s. So they've been pushing the movement, and they're still pushing the movement. And then 3, there's like goddamn 28.4 million people here.
You can't pull a party there. You can't go anywhere. I don't know. We're going to lose people to this party. Like, motherfucker, there's 28 million people here. They all ain't showing up to one party.
It's one of the biggest goddamn states in the country, for Christ's sake. Of course.
Yeah, man. So I think those are the 3 main reasons, really.
I will say that all the scenes that do well across the country are all every single one of them has a staple in it that's been there from the beginning. Like that's one thing about LA that I admire, whether it's Insomniac or Respect or whatever. Like all you cats have been around and doing parties and performing and making and doing everything literally since before I got there and have not stopped whatsoever. Like whether every city has politics, but at some point you've all been working together behind the scenes. So I feel that's important to success as well.
Strong community out there.
Which is what we're trying to do here in Atlanta, gang.
I mean, everyone was gang until the money came out, huh?
You said it.
Now, you're like, wait, I haven't talked to this guy in 10 years.
For real. Money ruins everything.
That is true.
Well, I fight with that. Because it depends on the person.
Like, nah, I like money.
I would love that to ruin my life right now. That would be great.
Yeah, I think it's all on individually.
It's good, but money can't spoil the soup.
Yeah. There was a lot of, as with any genre, there are people who don't have that make it look much better than people who do have, and a lot of people pay more attention to those cats more than the actual people who are doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother science. I'd rather not get into it right now. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. You wear the suit, you got the tie, you look the part, you should make the part. You know what I mean? But we all know that's not just how life is not that simple, and business is definitely nowhere near that simple a lot. But I respect it. You know what I mean? I just wish that we just kept it honest at a certain point. You know what I mean? And that's just Track's point for a moment. I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to go deep into that right there because it goes all over the place. You know what I mean, man?
For sure. And my man Danny is in the chat right now, and he says some of us still stay the same. And let me say something. That man right there has stayed the same. He's the same dude.
Salute.
Since the moment I've met him, since I slept on his couch to the phone call we had the other day. That is the motherfucking man, and he deserves more respect than I could possibly give him. So, shout out to Danny United. Shout out to everybody that in the clique, man.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody like Danny United across the country that's been like keeping the integrity, because y'all are cats that are really keeping all these scenes alive and good. You know what I mean? Anybody else is willing to walk away on the drop of a dime, and we've seen it already. So, big salutes to people, Danny United and promoters.
That's been said about you a lot, 12. You've been the same since day one. Like, we still meet up at a party and sing the Eagles fight song drunken when we meet. Like, you've never changed, man, no matter how big you got. And I saw you on stage at the Grammys. Like, you're still the same, man. It's like nothing's different, man. I appreciate it.
Big salute on the Grammy whole situation as well.
Oh, man. I just wish I had one of them. That was crazy, man. I wish I got a statue, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, I was like, my man won 6 of them that night. I was like, you give me one of them.
Let me hold that.
Let me just hold it.
You don't need all 6 of them, man.
I think I still would have did the Heisman pose on the low or something, just because I'm up there like, oh, look, Track's up there already. Like, just because I'm on the stage and whatnot. But yeah, that was that was a big night for American EDM in general. So,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Big salute.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
See, kill the noise up there. Shout out E1.
Shout
out Jake. Big up, like, big love to Jake. I can't talk today. It's all good. It's not like we doing a podcast or anything.
No, we not doing that.
You sent me some tunes, yeah? I know we told you time flies out here, and we was like, I don't know if I'll be able to do the whole 2 hours. But, I know you got things to do. You were literally in the office as we speak. You did send me some music, yes?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let me see what we got here. What's going on? You guys should definitely just stay quiet while I pull this up. It's all fine.
You gonna do the share screen?
No. We're not gonna do that. Things get a little weird at that point.
Like, well, you got a nasty ass desktop?
No.
Just nothing
what you
but.
trying to say?
Not nasty.
What are you insinuating, sir?
It's probably nasty.
Insinuating, sir.
Probably nasty or not.
All right, you know what? I was playing the music. You can't hear it, but now I gotta stop and clarify. I have a very nice desktop. Nothing nefarious.
Do you have more than 30 icons on your desktop?
I thought you meant something else. I was like,
no, I'm talking about icons, like dirty. You know what I'm saying?
What you?
Because I didn't realize you could have a separate desktop. So I got one that is completely dirty, and then one that has nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing but a photo.
Right. Mason, you can't hop in the chat late and then ask me why we didn't talk about something we carried when you weren't here. It doesn't work that
Meso.
No, Mason's been in there for a while now.
Yeah, but he was like, let's talk about the end of an era of the compound. I was like, that was the first thing we talked about.
Oh,
that's my man, so I'm going to call him out when he's late.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't. No one even saw that, but anyway.
Yo, Mason, I'm going to rent that room out to you, bro.
Say word.
Big shout out to Mason.
Mason be coming out to California and not telling nobody all the time. Oh, guess what? I'm in LA.
Dirty.
I see what's going on. He out here peeping it right now. What's going on?
Hey, leave him alone. He's a brand new dad, man. Salute to that.
I know. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Man. You and the missus are great. Baby's beautiful.
Ain't seen him on PlayStation since. Hey, yo, so what's up with this first tune? It's called World Builder.
World Builder. Yeah, so this was actually on my last EP. It was I think the second cut that I made on the project, and it was literally like when I made the song, Drew Smog or Drew Eminent was working on my visual for it. So he was like, "Yo, what we blew up the world in the first song. The second song should be about you creating the world." So the visual that he ended up making was some dude like blowing up the world. So it all it went the complete opposite.
It's funny. It's funny to me, but for those who haven't seen your visuals, like John has, Eminent goes nuts. John's visuals, whatever you think it is not. It's 10 times crazier than that. So, yeah, shout out. We'll play the song right now. Want to hear it? Here it goes.
Like here it go. Oh, we're not gonna hear it, right?
You can't hear it, but you can talk because that way people can't steal it, even though it's out anyway.
Oh, it's out. Yeah, please steal it.
If you turn on Twitch, you can hear it on the low.
Yeah, but then you gotta mute your, you know what I mean?
A few moments later.
This one's called World Builder, out right now. Swamplex Radio, 12th Planet. Sheesh! Shout out to my bass face crew. Can't help it. Ting fire.
We allowed to speak
yet? Yes, the tune's over.
It's Modelo time.
Say it ain't.
Yo, just curious. Yo, on the East Coast, do they Modelo time or not?
No, that is a no. LA thing.
That's not a thing. That's only an LA thing, right?
Yeah, you know why.
Okay. Like what? And
shout out to etc. though.
Yeah, I think he started it.
Yeah, him and Valentino Khan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to both of them too. That's family business. Yo. We you guys.
We back live, right? We back.
Yeah, the tunes are.
You know, we here listening.
It's fine. It's fine. At some point, I'm gonna, figure out this whole Zoom hearing the computer screen thing. I'll figure it out.
You could just tell us.
I did, but you weren't paying. We could argue about it on air. Have you?
You were the king of saying things all weird.
He literally said, "Can I talk now?" And I said, yeah. Anyway, so this tune Shipwreck. this tune Shipwreck is the second tune you sent me. I swear to God, I hate y'all. You sent us another tune, Shipwreck?
Yeah, Shipwreck. And I made this one on Holy Shipwreck.
I was about to say that. It sounds like it was okay.
Yeah. I made this on the flight there in the hotel room, and then I finished it when I got back home.
Shipwreck.
So we went from the beginning of the Bible in your name to yeah, I was on a ship.
Basically,
all right, I'm
all over the place.
It's fine.
All over the place. It's fine.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Also on Swamplex, 12th Planet. This one's called Shipwreck.
A few moments later.
That was Shipwrecked from 12th Planet, Swamplex Radio.
Yeah.
You do. You have a Spotify playlist as well with that, don't you?
Yeah. I think it's been updated. It's called Dubstep Dungeon.
Dubstep Dungeon.
Yeah, that's my Spotify playlist. I've been taking a break from Swamplex Radio for the past few weeks just because everything's just been so chaotic, man.
Right.
But I'm coming back soon, and I plan on doing a big show for my 2-year anniversary, which is I think in August.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
Anniversary of Swamplex?
Yeah, 2-year anniversary. But I was hoping it would be episode 50, but it's going to be episode 46.
I thought the screen was buffering. I was like, what just happened to my people?
Oh my God, this is fun.
Yeah, when you mention numbers, we got to do math, and it gets quiet, man. That's all.
We super appreciate you coming through, man. It's
absolutely.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, man. I might have to make some moves right now, but hey, I'm down to do this again. This was fun as hell.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely have you back for sure. Tell your friends.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. Yo, you
in the same group chat I'm in.
You should get Drew Smog and Danny in here to talk about dubstep in here.
I'm definitely down. Yeah. I'm definitely down. I know both of them have a lot to say. Shit, man.
Oh yeah.
How about them parties in Miami, bro?
Oh man. Oh, the Mecca parties. Oh,
those Mecca parties, bro.
Like if you look at the lineups on the Mecca parties we were throwing, they look like EDC lineups.
Yeah, they were like EDC lineups in a club.
Yeah, in like a 1,000 cap room. Like, yo, there's only 200 people can fit in that room. Like,
Yo, bro.
But like the headliners is like Zed and Porter Robinson. I don't know how we pulled that stuff off.
One year was a Metalhead room. One year was a Ram room. Like it was.
Miami needs to come back, and maybe after all this madness, maybe there will be a huge surge in nightlife again. And might be on the tail.
I think there has to be.
I need a job. He ain't even lying.
At least after people get vaccinated. I hate to say it, but
everybody felt that.
Yeah. I think vaccination is like going to be the only thing that brings some of this crap back. And I hate saying that. I'm not going to be the first one in line for the vaccination, even though I'm a teacher.
We're not pushing that narrative. Let's go. I'm getting vaccinated. There, I said it.
I am too.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I just want to wait a few months and just see if anyone explodes or whatever.
You're right. All. I'm not going to be the first one in line. That's obvious. Or else I'd have gotten one already.
I work in education. I have to. If I want to work, I got to be around snot-nosed, snivelly, dirty, bacteria-ridden kids. I got to get vaccinated.
None of their parents are watching, so it's fine.
It's fine.
Oh, they all know. They all know.
You just called their kids snotty.
That's why the parents don't want them. That's why the parents don't want them.
I'm sitting here about to find out every one of my kids' teachers and see if they got a podcast, because you talking crazy.
It'd be like tomorrow you can have Valiant called kids at schools.
Not knows.
No, on the real shit though, that's the funny thing about this whole situation. And for those who thinking like show's gonna come back anytime soon, just talk to a parent who just went through a whole struggle of finding out their kids whether they're gonna go back to school. We just got told here in Atlanta that they're gonna do first 9 weeks of school. They pushed it back already to the end of August, and then the first 9 weeks is back to virtual learning. So ain't nobody here going back to school either. So just to let y'all know, we still in for the long haul. For those who want to pretend like Atlanta, Florida, and Arizona aren't happening. You guys just went through another phase 1 too over there in LA, ain't it?
Bro, we made it to phase 3. We're back in phase 1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We rolled back like yesterday, literally. Everything was closed.
Glad we ended this interview on a high note.
Yeah, that's not it.
Oh man.
But nah, we'll be back, man. We'll figure it out. Hopefully everything is locked down. We can just stick to a criteria and get this thing out the way, man. But
100%, man.
We can get shows back. I appreciate you throwing online shows, and you know what I mean. I know a lot of the cats that are with you were working on some stuff in the backgrounds, and we'll talk about that at a later date too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Keep on, bro. We salute you because you are one of the veterans, one of the generals, and one of the guys that's going to carry this on. So, I
appreciate that.
Love and salute, brother, man.
Hey, and let me come back on this thing in a couple months or something. This is fun.
Dude, you can come back whenever you want.
All right, cool.
I mean,
give us the nod.
We have
not literally whenever you want.
Yeah, like call. Nah, man, you're always welcome in our house, bro. You know what it
is. That's amazing.
Next time you just come to the crib. I know you've been quarantined. We straight.
Oh yeah, I got tested too, man. I
did.
Tested, not detected.
Talk about that.
For COVID, I was like, yo, I thought I got tested for COVID, and it said SARS-CoV-2, and I was like, what the fuck is SARS? Like, like wait
That's
a
the
second.
actual name. Yeah.
That's the actual name. Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
I haven't gotten tested yet. I heard that thing is crazy. I've seen people.
It goes up in your sinuses, right?
It's like this long, and it's quick. If the other person does it for you, it's no problem. But if you got to do it, I feel bad for you.
You don't want to do it yourself.
Hell
no. Do it yourself. They throw it in, hold it for 5 seconds, and take it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're just like,
Yep.
They like tickle the back of your brain, though, innit?
100%.
That's what it does right there, brother. I ain't even. Nah.
Oh, it's real.
Oh, that's right, Track. You just got yours too, innit?
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I'm guessing any day now we're going here, but that's what I get for traveling, I guess, right? So we'll find out in a little bit.
What's funny is I was in a Zoom call with 12th Planet. John, I was in a call with John, and he was like, "Yeah, yo, I got the test," and I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." Then we talked about it, and like, I don't know, we were like an hour and a half into the Zoom call, and all of a sudden he was just like, "Yeah, bitch, was negative." His whole shit changed. Like, "Yeah, I'm negative." What? I was like throwing shit around in the room. I was like, "Yo," he was like, "I mean, I didn't think I was, but you still don't know." I was like, yeah, it's like many people laugh like back in the days when you didn't have it, but you took the STD test anyway, and you were like, "100%. No, I'm cool."
Dude, man, that's like that Chris Rock on Bigger and Blacker when he get the AIDS test and he calling them around. He's like, "Is Tammy there?" He's like, "Tammy dead." Tammy dead.
Oh no!
But she got hit by a car.
Thank God. I mean,
thank God.
Oh shit! Also, random plug because I don't get paid for this and I don't care. Yo, I just watched the Hannibal Buress special on YouTube. That shit.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Yo,
it's good.
Artistically, Hannibal Buress is dope.
He's overdue for a good one, man. In my opinion,
this is it. And it's shout out to his visual team as well. And I like when comedians take it the extra step. I don't.
People are bored at home now, so it's nothing wrong with being creative for sure.
Also interesting on how these really huge celebrities are dropping content on YouTube. Just no Netflix, no nothing. They just like here you go.
Streamers where the money is right now.
It's becoming. I think it's he even said in the beginning of it that there's a flexible thing in there. There's a freedom that he doesn't have to comply with other places. Like it's a whole thing. And
it's gonna run forever
it's a whole nother
on YouTube. So there's a lot of that going on to go along with it. So
yeah. Well, salute to you, man. I appreciate it. You can stay if you want.
Yeah, I might come back. We'll see. I just gotta handle some stuff with Drew real quick. But if you guys are on in like an hour, I'll be back.
We're on for just about an hour more, actually.
Okay, right?
Yeah, we'll at least be on for a half an hour. We're gonna play some more tunes. Valiant's got some tunes. I've got some tunes. Track was slipping. So
thank you guys for having me on, and shout out to everyone in the Twitch.
Yes, sir.
Up. Hey, y'all have a good one, all right?
Yes, man.
All right, take care, brother. Take care, man.
Guys.
Boom, 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 boom,
salute to that, man. Yeah, so
for sure.
Hey, man, that was a good conversation, bro. It was good to catch up. It's good to see he's energetic. He's still the energetic person. I don't get Monty gets a chance to hang out and chat with him a lot, but I've always known him to be a real level-headed dude who just, just had a love for music and pushed it out there. So big salutes to 12 for coming through as well and just blessing. We touched on things. We touched on things for properly. Sure. You know what I mean? And we got. If he wants to come back, we let him in, man.
Absolutely.
We let him in. If you hear him knocking,
we'll be like, "Nah, fuck that dude."
Yo, Tom Planet, when you gonna make a drum and bass record? Huh?
I've said it a million times, man. Like a lot of these cats, like they're just friends, man. They're all really good people. They're all down to earth. They've got a side to them that you would never know if we didn't have these conversations like this. So it's good. We're gonna have more people on having these regular ass conversations. You get to know them better as a person, and just maybe stop talking shit about them in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to end the comments. That's basically what this is about. I'm joking. It's never gonna stop.
I got a question for you guys.
What up?
With how everything is like gonna take forever to come back, a year or two, whatever. What is there for artists. Yeah, man. Like, what can we do to make? If you are making money at art right now, by the way, that salute to you, because you figured out a code that most people can't figure out. But at this point, what is there now? I mean, obviously, you still got the music that you can sell and stream, but for a lot of people who depend on gigs and stuff like that, for
in the year 2020, you got to get on your feet and move.
So what kind of strategy are Armani? What are you planning over the next year?
Over the next year? Well, yeah, I always tell artists, one, you guys, we've had this conversation before about licensing, syncing, publishing. You can still make music. We have to find a better way to monetize it. You still got to work hard, but there are other avenues out there. You know what I'm saying? You just got to find whatever hustle works for you. If shows were your thing, obviously you're going to have to pivot. And also, I believe that there's an interesting thing that's going to go on regarding shows in its new form. So I think everyone's still trying to figure out a lot of the stuff right now, to be honest with you, as far as that is concerned. But I think it varies on what kind of artist you are. Like, I'm, quiet as kept as things always go with me. I'm doing a lot. I've got my hands in 5 different projects right now behind the scenes that are all bubbling and waiting to go. I'm not going to stop doing that for anyone. And we started this up, and it's not like this thing is creating much stream outside for those who donated. Shout out. But I think you just need to reach into, you got to dig deep. This is, my cousin said it the best, this is the thinking part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? We had the action part, so don't fall asleep and just, take this time to learn the music industry. There's things that I've learned that in this time that I didn't know before, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just find a new creative path. Find what you can do to continue to fulfill your creative need. And also, unfortunately, it was already not for everyone. It just made it that much more difficult. So get on your fucking P's and Q's, man. Like, I want to support and help as much as possible. Also, figure out what you're making money for. I think that's a big part of it too, because a lot of what I'm doing right now too isn't even necessarily focused on me. I'm doing some things behind the scene that help other people. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I want to be able to get into the right place where I can continue the initiative with Atlanta to get everything popping with there, so that we don't lose. You also want to. I do believe shows will come back. So as long as you can maintain that level, I think I had this conversation with you guys before, that level of integrity and substance behind what we're doing. And I think those are the people that are going to rise up above, not just the, like, I don't have anything to play for, so I'm not going to make music. It's like, what? I don't even know how to think that way. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of artists out there who are still working, who haven't stopped working, who have increased their workload, and we'll all be better for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that still keep in mind that this ain't even supposed to be this long. So Facts. There's still a lot of people who aren't even thinking about the next road or whatever. And maybe within recent times, if you watch the news and you keep on to what's going on and realizing that this may actually take another year, possibly, you know what I mean? Then you start going, okay, so, what is it? You're going to pick up a new trade. Anything you do you're still in jeopardy if you can't do it remotely. You know what I'm saying?
Also, you should have been paying attention. You should have known this was going to last longer. And I'm not saying that to slight anyone. I'm saying that it's not too late. I mean, if you look at the state of America right now, this isn't going anywhere. So, like, we sit here and we joke and we talk because another reason why we do that is because we've been trying to, I don't want to come in here every week and bring you down about what's going on in the world. We want to be an escape from that for a little bit. But since we are talking about it, like, pay attention a little bit, and it's not too late. It's not too late to learn a trade. It's not too late to buy that master class and take your time.
5 new things over the time. We have these. Yeah, I'm getting nice,
bro. I'm trying to learn After Effects in a brand new way. Like, I'm trying to do things that'll just, and you know what? And just and do it at your own pace. Let me explain this too. Do you. Don't be pressured to think because your homie on Instagram learned 5 languages in the last 3 months that's your speed. That's not how this works. As a matter of fact, the farther we can get away from that mentality is what got us here in the first place. Stop checking everybody else's mental. Handle your own and do it at your own pace. Make sure that you're secure. It's not just about making money. If you can't keep yourself sane in the process, then it's not going to make a difference. So, just I always, it's a lot going on, man. This is not easy. And to navigate through this, and it's none of us. I don't care who you are. I've had conversations with you guys in the past. I've talked to people who are in charge of very large companies who are look at me like I don't know what to do either. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's not.
I was about to say that same thing. Like
if you feel bad about something, it's not you. We've said it a zillion times. It's not just like you.
Literally new grounds that I don't think anybody's ever expected to happen in our time, in these modern times, technology times, the better times of civilization. I want to say the safest times of civilization as we know it. You know what I mean? And because, one person pretty much, I don't want to say one person, let's just say a slip up happened. You know what I'm saying? It kind of was very detriment because what we're used to going to is now being distorted. And now everybody has their own opinion about something that stays the same, and that's what we're seeing. So it's not just the artists, of course. It's people who have regular 9-to-5s, and people who are fortunate to work right now have to worry about, like, will we be able to go there tomorrow, and not only just have the job still rolling, but am I going to catch the shit by going to work? You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, for me, and I would say to anybody in the chats who's got a regular life, salute to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Just keep your eyes, listen to the experts, and then make your assessments from there. Like literally, that's literally the way you're going to survive.
You don't even have to
become asymptomatic or whatever.
You don't even have to agree with everything.
Yeah.
The very first thing we talked about on this podcast, like in our first podcast ever, the very first thing we tried to preach, if you will, and the very thing that I said before the podcast when I was online is, if you're right, no big deal. If I'm right, people die. And for someone who, because I have psoriasis and I severe arthritic psoriasis that changes my skin in a different way. Every month I have to take a shot that destroys my immune system. I've told you before, I started DKMS because of that I couldn't donate blood because it would literally kill the cancer patient. I am immune compromised. So I don't have a choice to not be paranoid. So if that's all you're going to label me as is paranoid because I wear a mask everywhere I go and I'm gloved up and whatever because I don't want to die, then, fine. Like, if
I
you're
don't
not
want to have that worry in my head.
Or not just that, my mother has Sjogren's syndrome, okay? Like, what do I look like if I come home and slip up and then I take it to her and she goes? And for anyone who knows, my mother is the most important being in my life. And if you think I'm going to risk that for your conspiracy theory, that's your business. What's happened in the last month, though, is we've been at this now for 4 or 5 months. I am tired of explaining it to people. So if that's what you believe, then fine. Like, it is what it is. I understand your rights and your freedoms, and you need to do whatever you need to do, but just try to be considerate. Here's another thing. If you're not going to wear a mask when I'm at the store, don't walk up to me, and ask me a dumbass question. If you're not going to at least wear the mask, and I'm not going to punch you in the mouth for getting too close, then just keep your distance. You know what I mean? Just show
Hey,
some
Monty,
respect.
when is your next album coming out? Let me know.
If anyone knows me and has followed me online, my number one thing, the most powerful thing on the planet is empathy. Just look outside of yourself for a half a second. Whether you believe it or not, we can argue about all that shit when this is over, okay? Yeah. The prophet's always crazy unless it comes true. That's just the way it is, okay? So take care of yourselves. And
take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves.
Yeah, please wear a mask.
That I went
please
on
wear a
another
mask
fucking rant about this.
No. You didn't rant. You didn't rant. You were speaking rational and calm. That's not a rant. My whole thing is this. You know, if the hospital told you to wear a mask because your baby was born prematurely, you'd wear a mask. Or, you know what I mean? Like, people... Exactly, man. It's not like... And by the way, these same people who are complaining about their rights being trampled upon are the same people who are also minimizing the rights of everybody who's not them.
Do you know what's
out there? So,
you know what's sad? My aunt put up a meme the other day, and I snickered and turned off the internet because it's true. And it said, the biggest mistake we made about wearing masks was telling it was for other people. Know your audience. And that's sad. Because that is a lot of it. It's just like, yo, it's not, you're saving other people. And if it was more about you, America's a very strange place that doesn't do shit until it affects them.
Until it fucking wipes people out the earth, and they go, "Oh, look, there's 2 of us less. Let's do something." And there's
a lot of people out there who still think this thing is a hoax. Like, wait.
Hey.
Look, I was going to put a video on here of New Zealand and put a text under it like, this could be us, but y'all keep fucking around. Like they are chilling and not letting anyone in because they're good. So
just so you know, let me just give you a rundown of like just COVID in general. Being an asthmatic, of course, I don't want no parts of even having the virus because if you think a fight for breath for 2 hours until you get to the ER or something. Imagine fighting for your breath for like maybe a week and a half of just
or months. Like that one Broadway dude was on the ventilator for months. And then finally died. Yeah, leg amputated and all sorts of fucking shit.
And also I wanted to say, happened to be affected, and you know, I've had a couple friends. My aunt passed away. R.I.P. Joyce. I love you. And what I can tell you is that once you are affected and you go to ER, nobody's going with you. You are on your own.
You're alone.
You're literally on your own. And God bless if it's not so severe like others, because that's where everything becomes. You may not get a chance to see your loved one again if you're affected by this virus.
A whole lot of people have died having to say goodbye to their loved ones on the phone.
You know what I mean?
They want to talk about, too, the 1% that passed. They don't talk about the other numbers of the people who survive and the problems that come along with that. So I want you all to go ahead and Google that. Go.
It attacks your other organs.
Anyway, I don't want to get too deep on this because
I know. No, we don't need to.
Over and over again.
It's good that we just brought it back for sure. Just because, you know, just let people know we still aware and we still here to
man. My wife is immune compromised in a big way.
My wife is severe asthmatic. Like,
yeah, it's a problem.
Bronchitis for life here, man. So
All right, so I got music to play. Let's play some music.
What you got? What you got there, Monty?
I've got 2 tunes from me. One of them's a little secret John. The other one's a super secret John. And then I've got something from Valiant as well. So what you want to do first? Ask the chat. Let's ask the chat. Chat, you want to hear drum and bass or hip-hop?
Drum and bass or hip-hop? What's good?
Like I don't know the answer already.
They're not even answering. Look at that.
They're like DMB. There it is. Esau. So we're going to play Valiant.
Like, we did hear dubstep, so maybe we can hear some DMB.
Also, it's fine. I'm not offended. The first one is from Valiant MC. This one is called The Beast, starring MC Woes. Tell me about this tune, man.
All right. So this was a tune that was originally from me. It was going to be on the album project last year that collapsed. And Section produced it. Diligent Fingers in Manchester did the hook. Big up Diligent Fingers. I love you, dude. And MC Woes came on and did the middle verse. And we are deciding that this is going to go out as one of the Semper Fi projects. So it's going to come out as a Semper Fi tune.
Gang.
Big up Semper Fi.
I'm going to be doing the artwork for it and then be hand-drawn.
Shit. Okay.
We already have a remix in the can from Winslow. We've got another couple of remixes in the works. So this is going to be coming out in the near future. I don't know exactly when. We're
exclusive
details. So this is a dub plate business.
Let go.
Yep.
It's playing. 7'5",
We keep it
valiant
moving
wolves.
like a beast. Teeth sharp, ready to feast. Weak heart, stronger from knowing defeat. We keep it moving like a beast. Grizzly, far from meek, fight for survival on these darkened streets. We keep it moving like a beast. Ravenous, the hazard is unleashed. It's hazardous to battle as your strategy's weak. Yeah, I'm a beast. No fear, never retreat. Fully determined from my head to my feet. I keep it moving like a beast.
When the bass line's a masterpiece, I exploit it every time, call me dastardly. I'm employing every rhyme like a bastard bee. Winter's coming when you're digging haphazardly. No graves for the bodies digging fast to be. Give yourself the deepest hole, it's so sad to see that you're getting left behind, you're just obsolete with no legacy to leave, call you absentee. Then I'll have you exhumed. I'll dig you up and bury you again just to prove. I'll pick you up and carry you again just to lose. The blame is on you, man, the shame is the truth that you're lacking substance, never call you the hollow man. And your shine is an illusion, you're a hologram. Imitation gemstones cost $1, fam. See you in the crowd, throw your hands up when you holler, man.
Teeth sharp, ready to feast. Weak heart, stronger from knowing defeat. We keep it moving like a beast. Grizzly, far from meek, fight for survival on these darkened streets. We keep it moving like a beast. Ravenous, the hazard is unleashed. It's hazardous to battle as your strategy's weak. Yeah, I'm a beast. No fear, never retreat. Fully determined from my head to my feet.
I keep it moving like a beast on the beats, on the streets. It's deep, this heat. Get above me, the free, the seas, they can't compete. Let them all see the ease, we seize the keys again. Put them on freeze and blast the mode I'm in. Let's start reckoning, checking. I'm repping in sessions. I'm blessing, no question. I watch my direction, stepping. Back for the one that be catching my weapons. The man in the mirror, breaking reflections, it's destined. Hit them all back when I'm on my car. Mark of the beast, prepare for war. Slicing the dice and chopping aggression, it really don't matter the fuck who you are. Breaking the bar, this go hard. Sweating the tissue and leaving you scar. Manic depressive, expressive behavior, and nothing can save you, not even your car. Bow down when the beat goes on. Prayers up underneath the song. I'm from the city where the angels known to sing along. We up from dusk till dawn, speaking the word of the chosen tongue. Deep inside the belly of the beast, now rest in peace, I'm gone.
Teeth sharp, ready to feast. Weak heart, stronger from knowing defeat. We keep it moving like a beast. Grizzly, far from meek, fight for survival on these darkened streets. We keep it moving like a beast. Ravenous, the hazard is unleashed. It's hazardous to battle as your strategy's weak. Yeah, I'm a beast. No fear, never retreat. Fully determined from my head to my feet. I keep it moving like a beast.
So tired of these fucking gatekeepers, creepers, holding opportunities indeed for ransom. So tired of promoters putting MCs in small print. Let me show you what the real showman is. We gotta try to figure out a next step. Spotify don't wanna try to pay us a damn cent. Qualified buyers of music don't pay the rent. And bonafide liars and users, they take a rest. So it's time to unleash the fucking beast. My inner animals rocking through his fucking teeth. I'm burning up the streets while I reset. I rebuild and reject. They gotta know my battle flow, death rattle for the status quo. We gotta take some kerosene and reduce the whole fucking industry to ashes. Start from the ground up for schooling the massive. I'm moving the masses, yeah, I'm proving a classic. A beast.
Don't worry about that one right there. Tune's over.
That's it.
Fire, yo. Yo, the production on that is crazy. I'm glad somebody
it's a nice
vocals too.
It's nice. Yeah, it's a nice club banger. I like that beat.
Who did the production again?
Section.
Section. Okay.
Yeah, Locked Up Music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where in the UK they're from, but yeah, he's
got a nice
tight.
little bounce. It's right in between. It got almost a grime feel to it a little bit too. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
dirty.
I really like when producers have fun, creative fun with vocals and like really accentuate. Like you had some really cool distortion effects going on in there to really like
I like that
pop
too.
Those lyrics. Also, I love when you talk shit. I told you that. It's like you really do it and shit. When you do it, I'm like, yes. Show me the angry Valiant.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to Val because Val be saying some real slick
Valiant
words.
be over here talking
dude,
everything's cool. I'm just whatever. It's not a big deal. And then he comes out with these grimy ass lyrics.
Shut up.
It's the best. I love it. It's like when
all right, Monty. What do you got for us?
What does Amani have?
I got two things. Both of them are hip hop, but one of them is for this side project I've been working on for a while. But the one I'm going to play first is actually one of the tunes from the new Society of Numbers project that's coming out very soon. For those who don't know, Society of Numbers is myself and the Upbeats.
Shouts to the Upbeats.
Wolf and Snake, so Wolf, Snake, and the Penguin is Society of Numbers. This will be our third project we've worked on together, and this is one of the tunes on it. It's a little different from the rest of them, but Jeremy's been playing it out, so I'm gonna play it. Damn it! So this one we have not titled them yet, to be honest with you.
All right, then it's a known title song that we about to hear, and y'all should enjoy it. That's what I say.
That's how I feel. So let me know what y'all think of this. Y'all ready?
Before it even comes out.
Yeah.
You know how lucky you
Brand
are?
new Society of Numbers, exclusives of sale. Check it out.
Let me tell you why we cherish this. Cause even in the heritage, we see everything. Light flares in the air like they could never compare to this. But we accept them stories that's long-winded, it's okay. I got a breath to give, sheesh. You wanna be beast, please, no threat to Apex. Oh, Shea Predator say let's glow. The heat signature show. My John Hancock's back, you feel the click and just know. Exercise in the pen brings out the best in us. Former angels who put the game in a stranglehold. What now? I see through you bitches smoke. Bloodhound, that backpack, boom bap, battle rap bag bothers you. You can act smart, we don't have to acknowledge you. Pushers and shooters, they say it's about to follow through. Model who? After dark matters labeled impossible. We still quill the tales of that obstacle. I'm not just stopping through the stock doubles you rockin' too.
Exclusive business, Society of Numbers, Wolf, Snake, and the Penguin. You're listening to ROTI and Poutine right here. Valiant track, Omania.
I gotta give props and not just angels, but the monsters. The preachers and the mobsters. The killers mixed with conscious, the Pox, Biggies, and Oz's. The Royces, the Pheromonches, the T.I.s, and the Talibs. The hoes, Black Thought, and Ice Cubes, to name some obvious. It's head nod, product of my environment kind of shit. Influential names from the futures, former anonymous. Non-symbolic timelines follow, call it the anti-gram. Damn, if I'm gonna spam you, the cultures become autonomous. Dystopian propaganda totals only the mass clearer. Y'all still funky from stalls, sniffing off of some black mirrors. Survival of the fittest, if you last cheer us on. Coliseum vibes kill the algorithm you clearly on. These early stages of cyberpunk, black market starter kits got your guessing where parts are from. Don't even ask me what the cost is if you don't know the passwords written and why you mark it done.
Third album on its way. It's more than an EP this time. We are doing a full length. It's going to be special. I hope y'all stick for that. Shit.
All I know is producers who treat genres like paintbrushes. Some wild chemists compiling medicine rushing through my veins. Insane numbers, doses of dope. I mean, most connected, of course. Weapon of choice, nobody sane understands. Higher than hisses and howls. Animal vision through a villain's cowl. Snake and the wolf pushing the work. Devilish smirk, hell of a perk. The mind frame structured the same substance. These lames ration, passion rebels first. Sheesh, I excel, then prevail with a flow so nostalgic. Y'all start thinking the school crushes. Fresh pair of S-dots, black hoodie. A few Dutches, 10 cars deep to a party nobody knew us at. Snapple facts, why y'all was yelling about the movement's back? I am not mumbled one line, time to set you to that. SOS, two killers with a syllable pen. Straight bone snaps in these arm bars, you don't say when. Peace.
That is the brand new one of quite a few from Society of Numbers. Shout out the Upbeats, Wolf, Snake, and the Penguin. It is coming out soon. It is one of the things I have been working on during this pandemic. Once again, we're like, let's just knock it down. We're already up to like 7 tunes with like 3 more on the way. So,
dude, that shit is hard.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I was just had a little fun with some wordplay right there. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It was just like they sent me that beat, and I was just like, all right, yo, like we're gonna go a little nutty. Second one is this one from Nato Fields. He doesn't even know I'm about to play it. But me and Nato have been working on music for a very long time. We worked on Dubstep tunes. We've got some stuff we've been working on, producing stuff behind the scene. He does a lot of different styles of music. He works on soundtracks for movies and things like that. He's got a very, very eclectic catalog, and he sends me stuff all the time, and this was one of the things that we started to write for somebody else, and I said fuck it, I'm keeping it. So this will be added on to actually my solo project that I am compiling quietly. But it's another hip hop joint. So this one's called Truth and Consequence. It's produced by my boy Nato Fields. You can follow him on Instagram and Twitter and all
Nato Fields.
Yes, NATOFEELZ.
Oh, see,
Nato
if I didn't ask that question,
Fields.
I can't find him, Bonnie. I can't find him.
You're right. This one's called Truth and Consequence. A little different flow. Check it out.
All right.
Consequence. Facts and money, I know. That's why I speak with confidence. The ops can't tweak this kind of shit. Truth and consequence. She say she love me, I know. It's why when they peep accomplishments, ain't really dig deep when the ground was in. Truth and consequence. Facts and money, I know. That's why I speak with confidence. The ops can't tweak this kind of shit. Truth and consequence. She say she love me, I know. It's why when they peep accomplishments, ain't really dig deep when the time was in. Bank account proving a hell of a plan. Gears shifting, weed different, moving the team blurry. We ain't worried, damn. Been grinding skateboard bottoms. You can see the fade when I'm flipping. Aiming at the point, niggas missing them down. Feeling Tom Brady's vision like, man, what you sipping? Ace of spades like I'm cutting the books. The way she shaking like a camp storytelling. Gordon Ramsay yelling, yeah, I'm a cook. Flow cold as Arizona summers. Highs when I go retires numbers. I'm switchblading highway lanes. It's $150 in a little fall sunlight. I hear you talking about it. None of you walk with us. Save your perspective, don't need to be reckless, cause we just don't call it love. I say what I say because you spend the day with us. You see it, and this is why we keep our distance from haters who play with us. Truth and consequence. Facts and money, I know. That's why I speak with confidence. The ops can't tweak this kind of shit. Truth and consequence. She say she love me, I know. It's why when they peep accomplishments, ain't really dig deep when the ground was in. Truth and consequence. Facts and money, I know. That's why I speak with confidence. The ops can't tweak this kind of shit. Truth and consequence. She say she love me, I know. It's why when they peep accomplishments, ain't really dig deep when the time was in. Yeah. The size of my circle is smaller than goals. Lord knows, word preaching, glorious purgatory stories being told. I've been walking, no appointment needed. Looking for the flowers that I seeded. Belly of the beast, searching in the peace, feeling hunger. Yeah, I'm gonna feed it like hell. Why you tripping on? Screaming so loud they don't hear what you saying. Now they feel what ear whispers listen to. God body watching, vicious praying. These squares cutting circles trying to fit in. Smoking mirrors showing something hidden. If you selling souls just to get in, how I'm supposed to buy it that you living, I know. I hear you talking about it. None of you walk with us. Save your perspective, don't need to be reckless.
ROTI and Poutine. The Valiant MC, the track MC on Monday Rain. Every Thursday, 10 p.m. we right here.
Twitch! Truth and consequence. Facts and money, I know. That's why I speak with confidence. The ops can't tweak this kind of shit.
Shout out Nato Fields.
Truth and consequence. She say she love me, I know. It's why when they peep accomplishments, ain't really dig deep when the ground was in. Truth and consequence. Facts and money, I know. That's why I speak with confidence. The ops can't tweak this kind of shit. Truth and consequence. She say she love me, I know. It's why when they peep accomplishments.
Shout out to my man Nato Fields, man. That dude is crazy sick. So, yeah, man. Just a couple things I'm working on. I know I've played some stuff before for those who've been listening to the pod from the beginning. I've leaked some other things too for those who want to go back. Speaking of which, and I'm going to say this, and if you watch Valiant's face, he's going to become very frustrated with me. We are setting up a YouTube channel for all of the past. For all the look, man, I've got a lot going on. Okay,
I know.
You've been very patient with me, and I appreciate it. This is my.
Yeah, a lot of people gotta be patient with me, so I get it.
But yeah, we are setting up a YouTube channel, so we will post all it up. Twitch does not hold all of the podcasts forever, so we're going to put them up on YouTube. We will have that up. I will have that information for you. I've also been extracting all the audio, so we will be putting that up through Valiance, so we can put it up in podcast section, so you guys
audio
can take it on the road.
Podcast of ROTI and Poutine.
We are expanding, ladies and gentlemen. So we're trying to work on things. We first got the look down. I got my swim shirt on.
Swag right, swag left. You know what I mean? I got that.
You know how it is. But yeah, we've got more stuff going. Hey, I appreciate y'all in the chat, man. For those who are still here and those who were listening.
Yeah, definitely.
That was respect. So yeah, a lot of y'all still here. I like it. I didn't scare y'all away with hip hop.
Yeah, nobody's scared. Who's scared of hip hop? Why are you scared of hip hop, chat room? I hope you're not. We don't expect it. Actually, we're all hip hop.
Big up Winslow in the chat. And big up Savant.
Shouts to Winslow. I didn't get a chance to read the UKF interview, but I'm gonna make some time in the next couple of days to.
Yeah, people need to check out his YouTube too, because his YouTube is interesting.
Yeah, that's what's up. Winslow TV, something like that, or?
That's a good question. Winslow.
Type it in the chat.
Type it in the chat so people know.
Also, and I saw this in the chat, and I've been asked this off air. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I speak for all three of us. This pod isn't going anywhere. It doesn't matter if this thing, COVID, whatever. We simplify the three of us. This is a family, a community that we're going to continue this. Hopefully expand upon it. So, if you guys are really feeling that, we super appreciate it. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, all that.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Also, we'll be expanding on it. I know Track is going to be expanding on his Twitch stream. So if you guys can go follow Track, that would be good.
T Nichols on stream. I need to really put that sucker to work.
You'll be putting it together. I'm going to expand on mine too, because I do a lot of gaming. I got a lot of homies who do a lot of gaming, and I have some other stuff to talk about too. I've got this set up on my other computer. I'm about to cop a new computer too. That's kind of why I've been waiting to go back to doing MC tutorials and all that. I know for some of us who checked this out before, I've done a couple of things like that. The sound audio wasn't right, and I found out the computer I have is old, so it is what it is. And I'll talk to T about this. Learning After Effects on an old computer is not fun.
Boy,
bro.
You want education, you gotta pay for it, buddy. You know how it goes, man. Ain't nothing changed at all.
I was like, yeah, I'm into this, and then we started getting into the hardcore stuff, and they'd be like, and then do this, and I'd be like, so yeah,
yes, sir.
we getting at that, but we have a lot going on. Please, we see a lot of people who are in here every single week, so salute to y'all. We thank you so very much. I can't express that enough. You guys got anything else?
Maybe I probably could have asked 12, but just the idea that some of the top heads that are around, dubstep and EDM are now being pretty much called out and exposed seems to be pretty important, because these guys are at a level of big followers and big pioneers and influencers who will all just happen to be kind of jerks behind the scene. And I kind of want to know, that's not going to last too long. Your Bass Nectars, your Space Jesus, and all those guys. I'm talking about.
I'm not even going to give those motherfuckers light right now on our show.
Yeah, I didn't even want to say their names, but I saw an eyebrow.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here's what I'll say about that whole situation, and this applies to many, and this applies to myself as well. Be better. We're at the precipice of changing society, of the way we think about things, the way we do things, and let's stop idolizing the wrong people. I'm not here to be idolized. I'm not here to do all that. I've made mistakes in the past. I have my own flaws and my own demons to deal with, but just be better. We're giving too much power to people. I don't want to spend too. I'm having trouble with this right now because I don't want to give it light. That's pretty much the situation. So it's just
say no more. You don't need to say no more.
You know what I mean? I will say who I will give light. Shout out to MJ in the chat, who's been moderating every single week. That is my super duper homie.
Silent partner on the low.
Nah, far from silent. I have to call him up sometimes, like, bro. That's my motherfucking brother. He is literally 7 floors below me right now.
Nobody even know you 7 floors high right now, man. You in ATL. Everybody think it's in you.
No.
You know what I mean? He up in the balcony, Steve.
Nice view of the city. He'll actually tell you a nice story about that whole situation. He helped me move in here, so and then he saw the view and got mad. I'm leaving soon, and when I'm leaving, he leaving, so whatever. But shout out to MJ, man. Shout out to my whole ATL crew. We are trying to build this conglomerate and push this thing forward, man, for drum and bass and all that.
The community's there in ATL, man. You know,
MJ's been throwing big parties for a very long time, especially in mixed genres. Like we had crazy, what's one? Kingdom Rave he throws. We had Future come out after Miha, and like it was like. Bro, him and Sporty have been on the precipice of mixed genre stuff, and like I said, shout out to Torch Crew, Elevate, and 404 Audio, who've also been there, and Access as well, Party in the Future, Atlanta DJ Collective, like the whole thing. So I must give props to my ETL crew every single time I'm out here.
Yeah, man. The Southern community is always been a pretty tight knit. You know, I mean, everybody has their ups and downs, but a northerner, a northeast guy from a crazy city knows organization when he sees it. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to everybody in the South doing it. You know what I mean?
Big ups at people who are on social media who have been reposting our stuff for this too. Sugar B especially. She's been busy doing that.
Thank you.
On Facebook and Instagram and people who do that kind of stuff. We appreciate anybody who is reposting our stuff and lending support and stuff like that. So thank you very much.
While we're here, you know what I'm saying, we do have a little bit of time on our hands, and I do want to shout people out. So Burner Brothers in the chat. The little bit that I am on Facebook nowadays, because it's a freaking cesspool, I did see that you guys are very close to releasing your project, so shout out to Patrol the Skies. That project is coming out very soon. We had them on in the past. We will have that episode up on YouTube for a couple exclusive joints before it comes out, I'm sure. So look forward to that.
Don't forget us, Al.
I'm gonna need some help here. There is a US D&B artist that just had a release that I think is super fire, and I forgot his name, and I wrote it down, and it's not here, and that's my fault, and I know I'm killing time right now.
What label?
It. God damn it. Money
we talking about?
Starts
Flight?
with a K. No.
Starts with a K.
I'll come back to it. Don't worry about it.
Dude, that was a good one, bro. You got me off guard. Stateside dude.
I've never seen this person before, but I want to give. It's funny because I'm like, I want to give them some light, but here I am screwing it all.
Do you know what label?
Shouts to the dude who starts with a K, dropping hot records.
No, we got him on Twitter right now. Hold on. God damn it, I followed him and everything. His shit sounded super fire.
Kumarian?
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Winslow. I had to take off
down. Let me stop. That was Winslow.
I know you lying at cheating. Yeah, man, Kumarian. Oh, now everybody want to put it up.
There it comes. There we go. Here come the Kumarians.
Yes, yo, killing it, bro. Them tunes are ridiculous. So if you guys have not checked them out, apparently the chat has already, but whatever. For those listening back to us, shit's fire. That's all I'm saying. You know I don't co-sign shit a lot. Shit's fire.
Hey, so you know, and honestly, Stateside family artists, if you're in the room, what a properly good time to be heard by your peers and people doing things. If you're not getting on the ball yet, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better get on the ball right now. This is it. This is no more fighting through the clutter and you can do it. Honestly, I'm giving you that good energy because people are listening in so many ways, and if you don't put it out there, nobody will ever hear what you're talking about. So big salute to y'all. Go and get it, and we want to see the Stateside winning. Like let's make a deal, everyone. Like let's give ourselves 2021 to have a full-blown running system after COVID, of course. Hopefully we don't go into 2022, but I'm just saying when this is gone, let's really make this Let's make this something special for the next couple of years because it's here. We just need to do it. Just need to do it. That's it. So I'm shouting you all out because I know the energy is here, and y'all know all we do in this podcast is talk about what we want and how we want it. This is what I want to give to you guys. I'm gonna do my part. Monty's gonna do his part. Valium's already ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? So
we play our tunes every single week. Yep. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to put up, track will put up, Valiant will put up, what is it? We are semperfi@gmail.com.
Yep.
Send me your tunes.
Send us the tunes, and we will be part of that. That's right. That's how we become part of.
And I will let all 15 people who watch. No, send us your tunes, man. We'll play it. Screw it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep pushing this thing forward. Let's all support each other, man. And yeah, anything else? You guys good?
Man, what did you guys eat for dinner tonight, man? Roti and poutine was not on my list tonight.
Man, I gotta admit, I did not really. I'm trying to cut a little bit of weight, right? So I'm trying to be nice calorie-wise.
It's not wrong with that.
And I was bad, and I ate some stuff that I wasn't supposed to eat today, so I didn't really have dinner. Yeah, I don't know. Very disappointing.
No mixes, no. Send us tunes, not a mix. I'm not gonna play an hour mix on the show. Play a damn tune. Anyway, go ahead. What did you eat? Sorry.
No, I didn't eat dinner. What did I eat that was bad?
Yeah, you said you ate something bad.
Oh yeah. All right. So I had to take the dog 2 hours to go get chemotherapy, and then bring the dog back. And I did not bring any snacks with me or anything like that. So I stopped at the gas station. Mm-hmm. And anytime that happens, it's gonna be bad. And I ate chips. I had a little bag of chips and a bag of peanut M&Ms. Man, and I could not believe. I was like, I feel terrible about myself. So I didn't really eat dinner.
I swear his stories be going in a different direction every time. I was like, that's it? You had some chips and M&Ms? You mad as shit about that? I thought you were going to be like, I ate a gas station hot dog, and it was just, that's why I was late.
I think that would have been better for me than those chips.
No, absolutely not. Anyway, what about you, Track? What you have?
Well, man, all you got to do is follow my girl, and Kat Ellis, and all she does is put up things that we eat. Tonight we had some like special cheese sautéed sort of chicken ordeal with these string beans and some kind of cream and some like hash browns on the side and some salad. You know what I mean? It was good. My description is not doing it any justice, long short, but yeah, we ate pretty well. And let me just add in real quick that I've been back in New York for the last maybe 2 weeks, and all that hard work of exercising and it's all gone. It's all gone. It's just all gone, though. That's the best way to say it. I feel like a big flab right now.
I've been trying to put on weight, and it's finally been happening, so I'm not mad at shit. It's just like, it worked out for me. That's good. I for lunch, actually, I did brunch today. I cooked for me and the wife. Ooh. And I had some toast and butter, and then I did scrambled eggs with spinach and tomatoes. But I also had the Beyond Breakfast sausage. I finally gave that a try. It's fantastic. If you like Beyond Meats, man, it's the way to go. I haven't had pork outside of bacon because it's bacon. You can't not have bacon.
It's not bacon.
It's like Michael Che and shit. It's like, I would be Muslim, but, it's because of the bacon.
All salami and bacon.
Yeah, if they ate bacon. No, I swear bacon's so good, vegetarian shit either. That's just delicious. Anyway, I haven't had like normal sausage or anything in a while since Beyond took over, and I just started making breakfast sausages, and it's super fire. So I had that for brunch, but then we ordered Thai for dinner. So I had some Penang curry with the chickens and the bell peppers.
Can't lose.
And, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of rice, some mango sticky rice for dessert, which is just yeah, that's all about.
Goodness.
And also to back up 12th Planet real quick, I just want to say, man, the Korean barbecue out in California, and especially in LA, are some of the best I've ever ate.
Korean barbecue is great anywhere.
You know what I mean?
I haven't been to a Korean barbecue place and be like, that was all right. Like anywhere I go, they just it's wild because they just opened one up in Atlanta here over by the movie theater, and we were planning on going back, but not doing that now. Anyway, yeah, man, salute everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all coming through every single week, showing the love. Everybody that's been sharing, everyone that's been posting, thank you so much again. And once again, take care of your mental health. If you need to reach out to someone, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We will see you guys next week, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. I will announce who our guest is soon. So,
And big shouts to 12th Planet again for coming through.
Yes.
Yes.
And catch you guys around and all that other. We just lagging because we finally did a full feeling of a podcast. This is such a come up, guys. Y'all don't even know.
We're doing all right. Beginning of the show. I'll delete that part out when we post it. So we try and do better, y'all. So yeah, we super love y'all, man. And yes, shout out everybody in the chat. We'll see y'all next time. ROTI and Poutine.